All right, Clark. Clark is at the back now. Lisboa on top. 1 minute left in the fight. And just when Jessica Rose Clark was getting something started, Lisboa took control right back. Oh, now she works the back. This isn't good. Clark needs to get out of this and start swinging. Oh, Lisboa gets underneath. Oh, it's locked. It's over. Gosh, dog it. And she taps. And Tainara Lisboa with an impressive UFC debut. And we've seen this. I think like the last 5 or 6 straight fights. And I'm sure there's one in there I'm missing, but UFC fighters making their debut are winning. And it just goes to show you the depth of MMA as it increases. You know, Jessica Rose Clark came in like 11-8. It's not like she's great, but still you expect her to win this fight. I did. And she didn't. Lisboa just, look at this. Jessica Rose Clark has the leg, the single leg, and Lisboa just makes a move, takes her down to a knee, gets the back, circles around, and gets underneath, and it's over. So Tainara Lisboa gets the win in her debut. Oh, and that thing is locked in here, UFC Fight Night. All right, here we go. Brian Battle, Gabe Green. Kicking this thing off, touching gloves here. Boy, and Green's coming in fast. Look at this. Oh, he takes a left and a right. Oh, they swing. Oh, my gosh. Gabe Green is done. He came in swinging. Oh, it took a big right, then a left. Look at this. And then a left. And Brian Battle's in trouble. He just rocks him with a big right hand. Wow. With his back against the fence. That's impressive. And Gabe Green had a clear strategy. He's going to come in and he's going to set the tone, and it didn't work for him. That's for sure. Wow. Nice. And Brian Battle is pumped. And Battle looks different, man. He looks more serious. Like, I was dead wrong on this one. He's got the hair shaved down low. This looks like a different person. He's getting older. He's growing. Yeah, he looked good here. He's going to move to 10-2. Wow. 14 seconds. Unreal. Brian Battle gets the KO 14 seconds in over Gabe Green, welterweight division. UFC Fight Night. So after a long 10-minute delay, deliberation, whatever you want to call it, finally Bruce Buffer's in the octagon here. Kim losing 2 points. It led to a rejudge, unintentional foul. So we go to the judge's scorecard with the 3rd round included. Here we go. 28-27, Kim. Oh. 28-27, boom. 28-27, split decision, wow. Mandy, boom, gets the win. And the crowd boos. And we didn't go to the finish here, so who knows what would have happened. And the point deduction, too. That really hurt Ji Yeon Kim, who seemed to have won this fight, but's going to lose. So that'll bring up a larger discussion later. Should the judge have taken a second point and then stopped the fight? So it is what it is. And it kicks off the worst start of the year for us. 0-3 on the night. Oh, boy. UFC Charlotte, a.k.a. UFC Fight Night. What a finish here between these two. It's now going to a decision, of course, but, I mean, these guys went at it for 3 straight rounds. Could go either way. Dan Andrade led in significant strikes. So we'll see. It's going to be unanimous. That's surprising. 29-28. Come on. Stamen. Oh, Douglas Silva de Andrade. And the losing streak for us continues. Crowd is booing. Of course, they wanted the Stamen USA chance. But all 3 judges saw it the same. I mean, it is what it is. Cody Stamen's going to go down here. He's going to fall to 21-7. De Andrade, the Brazilian. Really good fighter, 29-5. Here in a catchweight fight, 140. Normally bantamweight. Both guys checking in at 140. But the Brazilian gets the win. Catchweight. I wanted to say division. Catchweight fight at UFC Fight Night. Carl Williams and Chase Sherman headed to a decision. I believe Carl Williams won this, and we needed bad to get back on the win column after an 0-4 start, but he led in significant strikes, led in control time, had 1 takedown on 10 attempts, though. I mean, credit Sherman. He stopped 9 out of 10 takedowns. That's going to help the takedown defense. And here comes Buffer now to read the scorecards. It's going to be unanimous. 30-27, 30-27. 29-28. Carl Williams gets the win. Nice. So he's going to move to 9-1. Good fight by him. I mean, you're fighting a guy that's a little bit taller than you and Chase Sherman. A big dude, but he's got a lot of losses. And he grinded out a victory here. Still new in his career, right? 9-1. But he's working his way up. So credit Carl Williams here. Heavyweight division. UFC Fight Night. Court McGee standing toe-to-toe with Matt Brown. That's putting yourself in a tough spot now. Court McGee lands a right leg kick, but to me, Matt Brown, he's standing taller. He's got the reach. We predicted him to lose, but so far he's utilizing a reach well, and he's punching downward. And Court McGee just looks a lot smaller than him, even though they're the same weight. 1 minute left, round 1. And McGee checks him with a leg kick. Matt Brown coming in, though. Oh, he pops a right. Wow. And Court McGee is done. And Matt Brown knew it as soon as he landed. He didn't even go in for a second. Court McGee can't believe it. He's just looking up, hands over his head, like, what happened? He just got caught. And you could see it, too. I mean, Matt Brown was kind of eyeing him, like he was reeling him in. And then he just popped that right hand. No feint jab, nothing. Just straight right. And he's going to get the victory here by first round KO, and he's on top of the fence. Matt Brown is pumped. He's going to be 27-19, ever the veteran, right? Beat a tough Court McGee, and we got this one wrong. 1-5 on the night. Rough night. This fight went down, welterweight division, UFC Fight Night. Tim Means coming in. Ooh, takes a right. Now Morono takes a leg kick. 3:10 left, round 2. Good fight so far. Welterweight division, Tim Means, Alex Morono. Ooh, and a spinning back fix misses by Morono, but he gets Means to the ground. Boy, he's underneath here too. This happened quick. He can't get out. He taps. Tim Means taps. And then Alex Morono. Tim Means pulls up Alex Morono. They hug it out, man. That was fast. And man, he took a leg kick, then landed a leg kick, and then Tim Means comes in but lowers his head. Morono puts him right in. Sort of a guillotine. Pulls him to the ground. Gets the legs wrapped around as you see the replay. And this thing happened quick. And you see Tim Means scrambling, but he can't get out. And he tapped fast, man. Alex Morono with the big win here. He's going to move to 24-8. He's getting a nice round of applause by the fans right now. By guillotine submission. Welterweight division. UFC Fight Night. Ooh, nice leg kick. High leg kick by Olberg. And Ihor has to lean in when he throws his left. Stands left-handed, right? He's got to lean in. And he's going to get caught if he's not careful. 3:05 left here early on in round 1. Again, light heavyweight division. Olberg's on the rise. He did lose one, but... Oh, he landed a left on the way in. See? Right when he had the lead to throw the left. And Ihor's in trouble. And Olberg's pounding away with the right. And he just stopped. And the ref hesitated and he went in. Credit Olberg. I mean, he stopped a little early. I don't know if you want to do that. And he went back to go again, and the ref stopped it. So, kind of put the ref in an awkward position. But at the end of the day, Olberg gets the win. You see, and I was just saying that. He's leaning in, to throw the power left, but he's leaning, and boom, he gets caught on the way in. And it wasn't even a big punch. He's just leaving himself in a bad position by doing that. And Carlos Olberg, man, gets a much-deserved victory. He's going to move to 9-1. And here we see the replay. Yep. Oh, it's actually the right. And he takes a left hook. And Olberg had landed that several times and then finished with a few hammers and then just walked away. And the ref stopped it. So 9-1, Carlos Olberg trains with Israel Adesanya. This fight went down, light heavyweight division, UFC Fight Night. Nice jab there by Ian Gary. 90 seconds in. And so far, he's not having the big problems with the left-hander as I thought. It's tough when you're a righty, right? I mean, lefties are used to facing righties because there's more righties. But when you're a righty and you face a left-hander now, your lead leg is are banging each other almost. You know, your power punch is farther away. But Gary doing a good job getting off on the jabs here. And he's taking on a real striker. And you see a headbutt right there, or a clash as they both come in. Oh, and a nice leg kick by Gary. And he was just called out earlier from one of the winning fighters because, you know, that guy got the finish and Ian Gary took the guy to a decision. So basic premise is Ian Gary needs a finish here if he really wants to up his ante. D-Rod with some nice uppercuts. They don't land, but letting them know. Remember, D-Rod is ranked number 15, so with a win here, Ian Gary could get into the top 15 and become ranked in the welterweight division. Oh, and a nice leg kick. D-Rod goes down. Ian Gary on top. Look at this. D-Rod's covering up. Yeah, that head kick, I think, did it. Boy, and he's pounding away. Wow, and Ian Gary unloads, and it's over. And the crowd goes crazy. And did they say 12-0? I thought he had a loss. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Ian Gary 12-0. Unbelievable, man. And D-Rod was 17-3. This guy was no joke. And he gets the KO at 232. So big ups to Ian Gary. Big win here. And what is this, 4 or 5 finishes in a row? Unbelievable. Back into the win column for us, though. We'll take it. And he really unloaded at the end to get the stoppage. And actually, it'll be 2:02 into the first round. So it took him just over 2 minutes to get the KO. He'll be ranked welterweight division, UFC Fight Night. Anthony Smith and Johnny Walker now headed to a decision, man. Great flurry at the end there, final 10 seconds. But Anthony Smith just faded. And I'll tell you what, Johnny Walker really surprised me in this fight. You know, we predicted him to lose. We're running the table on the main card. And that win streak's probably coming to an end because Johnny Walker looked good. Leg kicks like 40-8. Clearly going after the legs with leg kicks on Anthony Smith. That slowed him down, almost fairly finished him in round 3. That's how effective those leg kicks were. He led 94-48 in significant strikes. And this one's all but said and done. Meaning this fight should be a unanimous decision for Johnny Walker. I don't think there's any way you can make the case for Anthony Smith. Maybe Anthony won the first round, maybe. But Johnny Walker clearly won the second and third round. You could even argue that it's a 10-8 in the third. Head strikes, Johnny Walker was trailing going into the third. He led 43-29 and really separated himself in the numbers over the last 2 rounds. Johnny Walker jumped the cage. I thought they were going to say he fell again, but he didn't. And he goes right up to Jamal Hill. Okay, and they're cool, though. Okay, they're cool. And that's a situation where a guy like Johnny Walker could get in his face, shove him, do something. Try to get him a title fight, right? But no. But Johnny Walker certainly improving. And here we go with the decision. 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27. Wow. Unanimous decision. Johnny Walker gets the win as expected. He's going to move to 21-7, and the Brazilian is coming. I don't know if he'll ever win the title, but he's coming. He's learned from his mistakes early in his career to get a huge win here in the light heavyweight division, UFC Fight Night. Jailton is trying to get that left leg free, and if he can, gets to the full mount. That'll put Rozenstruik in a lot of trouble. 150 left, round 1. Oh, and now he's free. He's got side control, though. And we'll see if he opens up here in a minute. Getting closer to full mount. Now he's locked up Rozenstruik's right leg. And this isn't good for Rozenstruik. I mean, we've seen him do this to opponent after opponent. Now Jailton gets full mount. Oh, here we go. 130 left. And he's raining hammers now. Oh, and Rozenstruik is at the back. Oh! Jailton's got it locked in as we've seen so many times before. Oh, I think that was a tap, and he taps now. Rozenstruik goes down. Jailton Almeida gets the crowd's attention in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Rozenstruik can't believe it. And he's got the same look as a lot of other guys, right? I mean, the guy is 30 pounds lighter than you, but he's built like a brick house. And he climbs up the body, he gets a takedown, and he ends up getting a submission. And he does it again. So Rozenstruik goes down. Jailton Almeida gets the win. And he's going to be an impressive 19-2. For the Brazilian is ridiculous. And he gets the win over number 9, so he'll crack the top 10 of the heavyweight division. Heavyweight division. UFC Fight Night.